Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. So today we are going to be talking about my most worn fragrances this month, so my September favorite fragrances, if you will. I know I'm a little bit late, so I'm sorry, but better late than never, right? Anyways, let's just get into it. I'm not gonna go in any particular order. Actually, yes I am. September was my birthday month, so let me start by talking about like what I wore for my birthday. And this one I kind of rediscovered this month. Well, not rediscovered, but I bought this a couple years ago for my birthday, and so I guess I just kind of like associate it with that, and that is Marc Jacobs Decadence. I wore this year on my birthday. This to me is so, I don't know what it is. It's like sexy, but not overly sexy. It's confident. She is confident, and she is sassy, and she is sure of herself, and she's bossy. This is like such a bossy, boss bitch scent, you know? I said it. I said what I said, okay? I was trying to filter it, but you can't filter it. So this has like a dark plum in it. It has a green note, and then there's amber. But the amber, like if you didn't know it was amber, it kind of gives you like a vanillic vibe in the dry down. But this smells so unique. I feel like people talk about it on YouTube, but it's not one that like you smell all the time when you're out. This is different, and there's something about this that screams like confidence. It screams like, I wouldn't wear this like just for anything. To me, like when you're wearing this, you're a little bit put together, you're sure of yourself, you command a room, because I feel like this gets you noticed. It smells unique, but still good, but different, sassy, a little bit seductive, alluring. It's different. I feel like this is one that people will remember, and I wear it for my birthday because I'm always a little bit dressed up for my birthday, and like I said, I just associate it with my birthday now, but it goes perfect with cooler weather. And September, on my birthday this year, it's hit and miss, honestly, because we get some warm days in September, but it was the evening and it was chilly, and I always get a little bit dolled up, and I kind of want to command a room, you know? So this went perfectly. I love her, and I rediscovered it in September. I wore it a few times, but I did wear it out on my birthday. If you guys want to see what I wore on my birthday, check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below, and I post different things on there. But yeah. And then let's talk about this guy. This I've been giving a lot of love recently. It's a rollerball, but it performs very well. This is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. On me, I don't get a woody vanilla. I get a pear vanilla. But the vanilla in this is like a cakey, dense, like edible vanilla. And I do get like mixed with a sweet kind of ripe pear. So I really like it. I love vanilla in general, so this is kind of like a safe, like easy reach for me. And I did go to Montreal recently, which is why this video was late, and I took this with me because it's just easy to wear. My husband really likes it, and he's super picky with scents, but he loves vanillas, and he really likes this one. And like I said, this is a rollerball, and sometimes I need to transfer rollerballs because they don't perform well on my skin, but this one projects, it performs well. And this is kind of like a chameleon, especially if you like vanilla. I could wear this anytime. So I did take this with me on my trip recently, and I wore it all the time. It's actually the only fragrance I took because I like severely overpacked and I couldn't fit a whole bunch of fragrances. So I took this guy. And then let's talk about this one. This actually I just got this month, so it's kind of cheating. Actually, no, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it like the first week of September, but since I got it, I've worn it a lot, and this is Amberlicious. I talked about it in my birthday perfume haul. This is by Dior Fragrances. This has a lot of notes, but this to me, okay, first of all, I feel like this is perfect for fall and winter because it is a little bit of a heavier scent. It's a heavier scent, and I feel like this is unisex. There's a sweetness to this, but it's not like overly like gourmand, sugary, sweet. Oh, but this has like, this is kind of dark. It almost smells like apple mixed with amber, mixed with like a smokiness, mixed with like a spicy smokiness. So it's warm. It is a little bit sweet, but it's very, I would say this is unisex. This is one that I have been enjoying, especially I would only wear this in the cold, I feel like, because there is like a darkness. I think it's like that smoky spiciness mixed with the amber. It almost has like a boozy quality. The apple in this almost gives it like a boozy, it's not like a caramel apple. It's almost like fermented, like a liqueur mixed with amber, mixed with like this spicy kind of smokiness. And there is a sweetness to this, but like I said, the sweetness in this is not like a sugar candy sweetness. So I feel like this is unisex. This is one that I have been enjoying and I've been wearing a lot. It is like a heavier scent. It performs pretty well on me. But my husband does not like this. I think because it's heavy. He tends to not like heavier scents, and maybe because it's slightly unisex, he kind of, yeah, I would say he kind of likes when I stay in my lane a little bit, but I never do that. So I've been liking it. He doesn't really, but I don't really care. He doesn't love it, but he also doesn't hate it. Like, I've had perfumes in my collection. If you're not new here, then you know that I have had to sell because he hated that much. But this one, like I said, he doesn't love it, but he doesn't hate it. But I have been liking it, so it is what it is. And people said that it will get better the longer it sits. So that will just be a bonus because I already think it's good right now. So that's that. And then we have, let's talk about this one. I feel like I'm super rambly and chatty. This one, the packaging, I talked about this in the summer because I got it in the summer. And the packaging, I feel like, throws you off because it looks like it would be, first of all, a men's cologne. And second of all, very, like, aquatic. This is Acqua di Parma Mandorlo di Sicilia. This is basically a creamy almond. I got it in the summer. I still enjoyed it in the summer because I don't find it was, like, super cloying. But basically on me, this opens up as like a root beer float. Some people say root beer. I say a root beer float because there's a creaminess to this. So think like a fizzy kind of sweet root beer, but like with a little bit of like a creamy vanilla ice cream in it. That's how it opens up to me. And then the dry down of this is like a creamy almond. So I wouldn't say this is like your typical fall and winter scent. However, like I said, September here where I live still gets, you get some cold days and you get some hot days. So I feel like this is a good one, and I don't find this to be overly summery because it is like a creamy almond or like a root beer float kind of. So I feel like it's kind of universal. There's a fizziness to this which makes it a little bit lighter, which maybe that's why people associate it with summer, but I feel like you could wear this year round because essentially it's a creamy almond scent. If you like creamy almond scents, I feel like you could wear this year round. You could mix it with other fragrances, but because of that like creaminess, I've been really liking it for September. And like I said, we had some days where like our mornings basically start off really cold, and then by the end of the day you need to be wearing shorts. Our weather is super weird here. Mornings are cold, afternoons sometimes are super hot. So I feel like this is actually perfect for September because it could go with the weather. But I feel like honestly you could wear this year round. It's essentially a creamy almond paste kind of scent. So it's kind of easy to wear. Okay, last but not least, we have Dior Poison Girl, and this is the Eau de Parfum. I had both. I reviewed like them side by side, but they were too similar for me to have both. So I kept the EDP because it has the added almond note, which clearly I like almond, okay? But to me, this is very universal. This is like a flirty, I'm wearing it now. This is like a flirty scent. So she's a little bit like flirty. Yes, there's a playfulness to it. There's like a fruitiness, but then it's also like all, like there's a fruitiness, but then it's all coated in like a powdery veil. So to me, this is a little bit fruity, warm, and powdery because there's a lot of powdery notes in this. I think there's like tonka bean. Don't quote me actually, but there is a powderiness to this, which is why I really like, I associate powdery kind of scents with fall and winter. And to me, the second something is powdery, it adds a little bit of like a snuggle factor. It's definitely not as powdery and not as like warm as Hypnotic Poison, but because there's like a fruity, like flirty playfulness to this, I would wear this anytime. But then that powderiness makes me reach for it more in warm weather. So again, this is universal. I've worn it so many places And I feel like I will reach for this a lot in the fall, and I've been loving it for September, especially in the evenings. Like somewhat snuggle, like cuddle up kind of scent, but like I said, it's kind of universal. It's not as like cuddly and like warm as Hypnotic Poison, but definitely still pretty powdery on me. So those are the scents that I wore the most this month. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. It's always linked down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.